I've been so looking forward to talking to you.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so
Yes.
tell me more about you, Larry. Tell me about your spiritual journey
Well,
and seeking.
yes. Well, mine is a little convoluted. I mean, I guess I've been like on the search for, I guess since I was little. I used to, when I was 10, 11, I would sit and ask the questions that my friends were never asking, like, how far up is up? How, where did all this stuff come from? The world and all this stuff. And if I could reach as
Right.
far as I can out into space and get to the very end, what's on the other side? And
Ah,
I would just ask, like, why do people spend their whole lives accumulating stuff only to die and leave it all behind? It seemed like it was such a joke to go through life getting stuff only to not take it with you when you go. And I thought it was kind of odd. And then as I went through high school, I saw a girl carrying a book under her arm, and the title of the book was The Taboo Against Knowing Who You Are by Alan Watts. And I was so moved by that. I was so mystified. I went and bought the book and was so enamored by Alan Watts that I bought almost every book he wrote and read about his Buddhist philosophies and all that stuff. And I was just, and then I got kind of like really hooked into the Buddhist frame of thinking. And I kind of began to read about enlightenment and about those kinds of thought processes and says, yeah, I would like that. I would like, I would like to experience that because it felt like something in me clicked, but I didn't quite know what it was, but it just absorbed me, so to speak. And then as I got to college, I did my experimentation with pot. I used to grow my own, smoked as much as I wanted, and I experimented a little bit with chemical LSD a little bit, mescaline a little bit, and but there was something in me that said it told me it's kind of like not. It didn't seem pure. It was like a not a cheat, but I mean, you're trying to circumvent the process by doing something on the quick and go, as opposed to
yeah.
naturally going through the process. So I stopped, and then later I found a company called, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Landmark Education. Well,
Yep.
what it is oh, you okay? Yeah,
Yeah, I had a
I read a
boyfriend
book.
that was really into it. He did it, was doing it for a couple of years. Yeah, he
I,
told me a bit about it.
I was one of those people too.
Yeah.
So I took the advance. Yeah, I took the forum itself, and then I went home, and I was so enthusiastic. My wife took it. Then we both took the advanced, and our kids took the teenage version of the same program. But what basically I learned through doing landmark programs was that I'm not the words. I'm not my. Well, how can I put it? The thoughts are not me, but it's like a story I made up. And in my mind, in my spirit, I can see that. I can feel it, but I'm too intellectual about it because I'm trying to process it in my head. And
Mhm.
so I after about maybe we did the work with Landmark for about maybe 4 or 5 years. And then I just I had kind of what I wanted out of it and just kind of drifted on. Then I went on the YouTube, found people like uh, Rupert Spira. Then I found David Bingham. And then there's a lady named Colette Barnes Whiteman. She was my first contact with effortless awareness. And that really got me thinking about that. And I'm thinking, yeah, it clicks. It clicks. And then who else? There's a bunch of people, and I started absorbing. And then Anna Brown, just people that is into the effortless awareness. And then I came across your video. And as soon as I saw the first one, it was like in my spirit, I said, yeah, this clicks to me somehow. So what I've been doing is absorbing. I must have absorbed all of your videos. I went through everyone and watched them all, and especially the interactions you have with people like me
Yeah.
online. And here's what's kind of strange. The questions you would ask them, I said, I hope I'm not jinxing myself. I said because I would like ask myself those questions too. What's between this and this? And
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna mess up because I'm gonna get intellectual about it. And I won't be. In other words, I'll mess up the process. So I tried to stop, but I couldn't. So I said, well, I'll just wait and talk to Trina. Hope I didn't screw up the process of how you ask those direct questions. And I said, so
Yeah.
that's it. So it's been a lifelong journey for me because I'm 75, married, two boys. They're in their 30s. They live in Western New York. I live in Alabama now. After I retired, I moved down here with my wife and just living a great life. We travel here and there. As a matter of fact, we're going to be going to um it's in I'll get it. Georgia. It's in Georgia. It's a city there, Savannah.
Okay.
Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, for our anniversary this year.
Oh,
And so we're just gonna go back. It's like we just are all over the place, but I'm just having a good life. But this thing about understanding and being present to presence, if that makes any sense, has always been on the back of my mind, just to know that I'm not my thoughts, but at the same time, I intellectualize about it and I keep thinking, okay, be awareness, be awareness, be awareness. And I see myself seeing that, but not really letting go of everything so I can just, you know what I mean? It sounds
yeah.
confusing, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it. Yeah, thanks for sharing all that. And don't worry, you didn't jinx anything by watching
Ooh, good.
the videos.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
Good, good, good.
So what are you seeking for?
Um, I'm seeking to just be without the intellectual thinking about the being. And I'll just kind of put this cat right now. I'm a an elder in my church, and I know you mentioned you were a Christian,
Mhm.
and you kind of went through the Christian, and I do too, and I know it's a story. I know all of it's made up, but at the same time, I'm caught between that and servicing all the people that I interact with. So I'm trying
Oh,
to walk a fine line between knowing that this is all made up and yet letting them be in the stories they have around it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
between the catch 22 here.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just want to experience like you do. That's really
Yeah.
when I felt your spirit. I want to have that
Okay.
in my
Okay.
experience.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing all that. And yeah,
You're
nothing
welcome.
wrong with going to church, nothing wrong with, letting people have
Yeah.
their stories. It's fine. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a beautiful community, a lot of benefits to church as well. It's not like a black and white thing,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so that's what these sessions are for. They're for direct experiencing. Um, it's not about, I'm not here to give you any more spiritual information or beliefs. It's just about exploring what's already here. Okay, what's
Yes.
already
Yeah.
happening. So I'm going to ask you some questions now, and you're welcome to answer me with words. But I'll also just invite you to see where the questions take you experientially, okay? Because some of them won't have answers. It's not so much about
Yeah.
giving me the right answer. And if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I'll lead the session and you can share whatever you feel like. You can stay silent. It's not
Yeah.
about giving me the
But
right answer though. Yeah.
yeah.
And
I've
if
made up my mind that I'm going to be as honest with you as more honest with you than with anybody else I've ever been honest with, because I want to get the full value of what you have to offer to me. So
okay,
feel free to ask whatever.
sure, sure. Yeah, and if any feelings come up as well, you can let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's just start by taking a nice, long, slow breath in and out.
Slow my heart rate down. Okay.
And just in this very moment, what is here without any effort?
Well, the sound of your voice and the room I'm in, the bed next to me, the stand that my phone is sitting on, the door, and the physical things in this space that I'm sitting, and the feel
Yeah,
of my body on this chair here.
yeah, exactly. Does it take any effort to make the grass grow outside?
No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. Does it take any effort to beat your heart right now?
No,
Yeah. Does it take any effort to see the objects directly in front of you?
No.
Yeah. Does it take any effort to just exist in this moment?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. To just be alive right now. Yeah. Yeah. No
Yes.
effort at all, right? There's just finding yourself in the middle of existence already,
Yes.
right? It's the sun's moving around the earth, then the seasons are changing, and the plants outside are growing all
Yes.
without any effort. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Good. Yeah. Mhm. So, what are you without language right now?
Without language,
You just take a moment and look around, but remove the words, remove the labels and their associated sounds.
wow, just present.
Yeah. In what sense is that?
It's like you're centered with no way to describe anything or no need to.
Yeah. Can you find a center to it?
No, no. It's hard to nail it down. You know, a center, but there's no center to the center. That makes any sense.
It does. Yeah. Can you find a beginning or an end to it right now?
No, no.
Yeah. Can you turn it off? Try to turn it off.
You can't. It's just here.
Yeah. And is there a distinction between you and it?
Well, I can't find the dividing line between me and it, but my intellect wants to say yes, it's my body here and the stuff out there, but there's no line that you can find that separates that. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, the
yeah.
thoughts will say that there's a boundary, that there's a difference. But in the direct experience, can you find it?
No, that's the weirdest thing. Yeah, that's the weird. Like if you try to find the line, if you go inside of yourself, like where's that dividing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've tried doing that, and I can't find that separation between me and everything else.
Yeah.
But my brain tries to tell me there is one, but oh, my mind. But
Yeah.
it's strange,
Of
strange.
course. Yeah. So what are you without the past and the future right now?
Well, I know I preached a sermon yesterday, and I was telling people my church members that they're well, I was speaking about God. I say he's not blocked by the past because for him there is no past, and for him there's no future. I mean, he's like everything, everywhere, all time, and and so I kind of do exercises where I say, okay, And like what you're asking me, like, where's the present? Where's the past? And even though your mind will make it up, I keep trying to shake it loose from going there, going to the past and trying to push into the future. So that's I'm doing exercise to stop doing that, just be present and not live in
Yeah.
those spaces. But yeah,
Yeah.
I,
So
I,
just right now, though, just in this very second, what are you without the past and the future? Just
I
right now.
am, mm, yeah, can't describe it.
Yeah. Does it need a belief in order to be here?
No, no, it doesn't.
Does it need to be understood in order to exist?
No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. And so, just in this very moment, in this directness, where is your identity?
It's kind of made up.
Kind of?
Yeah, it's made up. It's made up.
Yeah. If you take away the words, where is it?
Wow, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That was the scary part about it. Disappearing.
Does it feel scary right now, though?
Little. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Where do you feel
Because
the scariness in your body?
in my chest.
In your chest? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just go directly to this. I want you to focus on what's here, but take away the story. Take away the word scary. Take away the past and the future. And just meet what's here.
Wow. It's like there's just the experience of what's there without the story around it.
Yeah.
Strange, but that's
Right.
true. I mean, I feel it, but there's nothing there but just that thing and that's even dissipating a little bit. Hmm.
Yeah.
I never, wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
it need a story?
No, it doesn't.
Right. What are you without your story?
Just here with sensations and wow.
Yeah. So this is the truth, right? Beyond all concepts of truth. It's not a truth that you intellectualize, that you understand, right? It's the truth that's here that can't be hidden. The truth that doesn't need a concept, which is really just the most
Oh,
simple, self-evident thing, which is the directness of what is,
hmm.
right? The story, the interpretations, the words and the labels are like add-ons that kind of bring one into a dimension of past and future and seeking and concepts.
That's a question.
No, no. But what are you without your questions right now?
Wow. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. And what are you without the concept of enlightenment right now?
I was gonna say I wasted so much time. Ooh, it's like I got so many books,
Me
lots of them,
too. Me too.
audio tapes. Everybody from you name it.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Oh boy.
All to find
You
what's
know,
always been here.
yeah. Oh man. It's kind of like you don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is where the spiritual teachings end. This is where they bring you to. This is where they're pointing to, where you can let them go if you want, right? And you just find yourself in the place you've always been, and that the spiritual
Yeah.
journey was taking place in the very space that you had been seeking for.
Feel like my whole body is tingling, but I feel my foot's tapping and I don't know why. Oh.
Beautiful.
I knew when I got to you, something was going to happen. Uh, whew.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Um, wow. It's like, so what's, keep thinking, what's next? Uh,
I mean, where is the next?
I was going to say the future, but
Can you find the future?
no,
Yeah. So what are you without the next?
serene.
Serene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no anxiety to do the next thing because you're already there.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, you know what I was thinking? Well, thinking, there I go.
Okay.
When I have to do another sermon next month, I don't know what to talk about. You just threw a bomb into my head. Gosh. but I got to do something. I can't just stand there and stare at them. Oh, oh man. Well, it'll work out. I'm not gonna worry
It'll
about
work
it.
out. For sure, it'll work out.
I kept thinking it can't be this simple. It really can't. I think there's got to be something else, but
Well,
there's nothing else.
exactly, right? You already are what you already are.
Yes.
Why would you be more real in another moment? Why would your true nature be anywhere other than where you are? It's just imagination,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Right? The mind has this fantasy that it can know God. And this is the story of Adam and Eve. You know, they bite into the apple of the tree of knowledge, believing that they could be like gods themselves when they enter into good and evil, right? When they enter into duality. Before
Oh,
they were free, they were naked, they were shameless.
you know what? I felt that too when I read that the story of their life. Yes, I felt that, but I
Yeah.
didn't never voice it. But I just felt they wanted to know knowledge, and then the mind stuff comes in, and then game over.
Yeah.
Wow, wow,
It's the
wow.
it's the fantasy, yeah, that we can find non-duality with duality, that we can find the eternal through temporary words, right? And in that, all of a sudden, they're shameful, right? They hide, they fear God, they create God separate from themselves.
Oh, you know what I tell I tell my church. I said this is what I've said to them. You're never going to think your way to heaven. It's like, and I kind of internally knew
Yeah.
that the thinking is not going to, the words aren't going to get you there. You have to, in my spirit, I knew that you have to let all of it go. But my mind, this mind keeps putting up things for me to build, like always looking for the
Yeah.
key,
Yeah.
but it was trying to survive. This mind keeps trying to survive by giving me a lot of hoops to go through.
Yep. You and everyone else, for sure. And this idea that heaven is in the next, that it's not
Yes,
here, right? That we're
that's the
not in the
frustrating part.
middle of effortless divine creation in this very instance. No, it has to prove its worth, right? It has to do these things. It has to
Wow.
purify and XXX, and maybe one day it will get there, but it's only
Yeah.
thoughts. You take away language, what's left?
Yeah.
Where is duality? Where is good and evil if you take away language?
It's gone.
It's just interpretation, right?
Yeah.
It's just a translation,
That's true.
right?
Wow. Yeah.
And so it's just thoughts trying to look for more thoughts, beliefs looking for more beliefs. And then you have your thoughts talking to each other in your head, words talking to
Yeah.
words, right? Having
That little
conversations.
voice. Yeah, that little voice in my head that I used to think was me, it's like quieter.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a wow. Now I got to navigate through what what we just uncovered. And I don't know how you navigate through your day, you know,
Yeah.
with
So where's the
the
eye that
thoughts
needs to navigate?
oh, point taken. Wow. It's so pernicious. I
It
mean, this
is.
sense it's like a mouse after the cheese. It just won't let up.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like you go right there. It's like right there. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's very common. The mind will come in. How do I keep this? How do I navigate this? How do I integrate this? It's like, no, no, no. You don't need to do anything.
yeah,
It's here already.
I can, I'll be honest with you. I had brought in pad and pencil for you to
Ah,
give me pointers. Yes, I did.
mm,
Okay, I was going to ask you, give me three things I need to remember. So, but no, never mind.
yeah.
Because my thought was I'd forget. I would forget and say, what did she say about, but hmm, just beingness doesn't need to worry about that stuff, I guess.
Exactly. It's like the mind is a busybody, right? It wants a job. It wants to do something. And it's like, but when we're like, no, no, it's already here. Okay, well, how do I accept that it's already here? How do I navigate it's already here? It's like kind of goes against its
Yeah.
conditioning, right? But what we're talking
Yes.
about is really it's is recognize when the mind stops seeking for it, because that just perpetuates an illusion that there's something to find.
Oh. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Creates a story of time, referencing the past, projecting into the future, but missing the very place that you've always been, the only thing that's ever been real, right? It's like we're
Real.
playing this
Yes.
word
Yes.
game, this dimension of an illusion of a character, of time, of becoming, of worthiness, of beliefs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge edifice to come down. We build our lives on this thinking thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of thoughts and trying to figure it out and how to read, look at this video and go to this YouTube and go through all of the other people expressing their own breakthroughs, wishing it was you, not
Yeah.
knowing that
Oh,
you
yeah.
were there all the time. It's wow, so
Yeah.
much time. I wish I knew this like 30 years ago.
I know, right? I know.
Wow. And still the mind wants to figure it. It's like the buzzing is less, but it's still kind of, yeah, but what if,
And that's okay. Yeah, that's normal. But it's like it's kind of like you're tasting something now that feels nice, feels attractive, feels peaceful, right?
Yes.
And just like a forest grows, right? Just like nature, seasons, patterns play out very naturally in this world, so do transformations within our own psyche, right? And our own
Mm.
behaviors and way of functioning in the world, right? We're part of nature. So this will start to feel more attractive and this will start to feel, and give it time. It doesn't have to happen all at once. Give it 6 months, give it 12 months. And that's what these calls are for, right? Because the beliefs will come up and they often will hide in, yeah, they can hide in sneaky places and you can't always catch them, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of words. And yeah, it will unfold.
Wow. So because of the mind, we get everything else, the yesterdays, tomorrows, theories, and religions, and all of that because of the thinking thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically where it's all contained, right? And there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it, but it's also kind of like it's like a dimension of reality that's like removed from actual reality, right? Like,
Okay.
like this, like we call this a hand, but like it's not actually the sound hand and a thing that like ends here. That's a
Mhm.
mental label about it, and it has its use, of course, but
Yeah.
it's not the only, like the mind creates the separation, hand, wrist, forearm, fingers, right? It labels that and sees it as separate. And so then we just relate to that as a separate thing. And you do that with
Yes.
all of the rest of reality, right? And then we get into these deep
Yeah,
nuances about philosophy and enlightenment and spiritual truth and what God wants from us, morality, etc.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of creates a world
I
that's not
remember,
really there. Sorry.
yes, yeah, I kind of, there was a Buddhist story. It's not really a story, but it's a Zen master once said, once mountains were mountains and rivers were rivers, and then I started meditating, and mountains no longer became mountains and rivers were no longer rivers. But when I came to understand, mountains once again were mountains and rivers were rivers. And I
Yes.
can see it's kind of like you divide everything up only to come back to home base, if I can say that. You come back to home base. But see, for me, it was a mental concept. It was like mental. I
Yeah.
thought about it, but I didn't see. It's the experiential part of it is what I guess I was looking for, to feel it as my bloodstream and my breath and everything, as part of everything. That's kind of, I think, what I was looking for. Only to
Yeah.
realize I was already there,
Ex right.
making
You're
stories up along the way. Oh,
right.
football. Ah, we're storytellers, aren't we?
We
Good grief.
are
Ah,
storytelling animals.
yeah, yeah. Whole life's a story. It's like, wow, story of my kids, my wife, my life.
Right.
Yeah,
My
wow.
my life, my wife, my past. But
Yes.
what are you without the me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where ownership? What are you without the concept of my or ownership? Who's the one that owns these things, right? Who's the one that has these things?
Absolutely. Wow. Man.
Yeah, it's so simple, right? And this is why I love doing the one-on-ones because the direct experiencing is it's like you really just with the person and then you can speak exactly to the ego and to the mental structures that they're holding rather than
Yeah.
kind of just reading generalized information. Because yeah, it's this what this does is it bypasses the mind, right? It's
It really
because
does.
yeah, because you can't
Ah,
learn because what we're talking about is the non-conceptual, right? You can't learn your way to the non-conceptual through concepts. You have to kind of
ah,
move beyond that.
yeah. Be willing to drop them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. You know what? When you said earlier, when I asked, could I ask you a question? And you said no, it's like something stopped something in me so I could be present to something, because it kind of, what do you mean no? And then my mind just stopped for a moment. It was like really revealing to me that you would say, usually you say, yeah, go ahead and ask your questions. But when you said no to me the first time I asked, can I ask you something? No.
Did
It
I?
really did
Okay.
something. Yeah, it stopped something in me that caused me to see something I hadn't noticed before. And I can't even explain what it was that I didn't notice before that I now notice. It's kind of the weirdest feeling. It's like words can't go there, but I can, ex- it's there, but I can't explain it. It's kind of unusual, but
Yeah.
yet it feels very much like home. It's like home.
Yeah.
It's like natural, like, yes, I'm here and this is it. And whoa, this is going to be an interesting ongoing few days and weeks after we finish
Yeah.
our conversation. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whew.
It is like a home. It is like because like there's this impulse to know, right? But that just is that's just a sneaky trick that kind of keeps you out of what is with this fantasy of knowing
Yeah.
that if I know, right, if I keep looking like eating the apple of knowledge, I will become like God, right? It's
Yes.
separation. Not now.
Yeah.
A to B.
Yeah.
I got to work for it though. I got to get there.
That, you know what? That is so true because our church stresses learning. We have, if you want to, if you join our church, you're going to learn. They'll give you more learning than you can. And it's like more learning and more learning. And I'll sit there going and say, how much more do you need to learn before you get there, before you understand that there's no place to go, nothing to do? But they piling in and piling in. And that, I guess that's what frustrated me about this whole spiritual journey, that when's the learning over? When is it now you're
Yeah,
there? You know? Yeah. Yeah. That's been the
exactly.
biggest frustration with me. Yeah. I've read books. I've listened, like I said to you before, audio tapes, videotapes. And I'm thinking somebody's got the answer. I'll read it and then click, it'll be there. And I go, oh, but yeah. And I guess everybody, I call it pops whenever they do, but it's like, oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
But you don't,
Like,
it's like we don't realize that it was the learning that was actually what was holding one back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, that's what's good. See, that's what's gonna be a challenge for me ongoingly, my relationship with my church members, because they think that one more lesson, one more thing, one more sermon. And most of the people have been sitting there for 60 years, listening to a sermon a week for 50 weeks for 60 years. And I tell them, if you heard the first message, that's it.
Yeah.
If you've been there 2 weeks, you've heard the message. So all the other extra stuff. And I'm one of these at my church. I don't like to just waste my time talking to them, but I try to engage them in like we doing, like I throw a question out and ask them, what do you think? And then they'll say
Hmm.
something, but I want to be present to the moment with them, not so much to give them a bunch of words. And yeah, but yet in my own living, my own life, I felt that I still needed that one more thing somewhere by some hook or crook that would crack me open to um, the experience of meanness in the nowness here of the here-ness of the now, and so that when I wake up in the morning, it's like it's here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I walk
Yeah.
every morning for about an hour and a half, and I watch the trees and the clouds and the birds, and I think if I can feel nature screaming at me, like, pay attention, you know. And so I try to just let myself go and experience just the visual sensations coming at me and the sounds of the birds coming in my ears and the feel of my feet on the ground, just to let go of everything so that all I am is a moving experience, if I can call it that. There's no me experiencing, there is just experiencing, is
Yeah.
what I really have always wanted to be present to, just experience without the me telling the story about that. So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Because and beautifully said, yeah, because we have this idea that there's like some mental position here, some observer that's watching, and it's got its
yes,
opinions and it wants to label everything and it wants to go back to the past and plan what's next and reference
yes.
itself. But it's just thoughts talking to thoughts. It's not actually, there's really not a lot of value to it.
No, 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 no. And hearing it coming from you kind of brings it into a fresh dimension where I can hear it from how you bring it so fresh that it's kind of like it's like putting on a warm, you know, blanket or something. It's yeah, yeah. It's like here. I've been here the whole time, thinking I was someplace else and needed to be someplace else, or to hear something else from someplace else, but none of that was necessary. Wow.
Yeah. And it makes sense that it
And
would be so simple, right? That the truth would
yes,
actually be simple, that you don't need a doctorate in theology in order to figure it out.
yeah. And you can be present here and have your stories and know they're your stories. And yet,
Exactly.
that's something, yeah. Yeah. Like in a little while, when we're done, I'll probably be engaging my wife in a conversation, but just be present to her, to me, to the moment, and have the stories we interact between each other. Like, wow. But
Yeah, well,
not thinking like you or me, so to speak.
not think what, sorry?
the stories are me. I mean, that I have an investment in defending them because they're just made up as you go along.
Yeah, I mean, where's the I that's telling the stories?
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing wrong with stories, but
No,
where are
no,
they right
no.
now?
Strange. As odd as it may seem, my mind is so quiet. I mean, there is, there's a dialogue between you and I, but there's nothing in my head creating other scenarios around me. It's
Yeah.
like you and me sharing this moment, but my head isn't creating stories about, well, what I'm going to do when I stop talking with Trina. I'll go over here. No, none of that's there. It's like here it's the only thing that I'm present to at the moment. Isn't that strange?
What
I mean,
a
it's good
beautiful
strange, but it's,
gift. Yeah, and that's
yeah.
like you are where you want to be. Like that's the
Yes,
gift, that's the freedom to be natural in the moment, right? You're not trying to get out of what is, you want to be with what is. There's a resting here.
yeah.
There's because, and even if you go into story, it's okay because this doesn't change anything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The
Still
stories I have
here.
changed. And so, yes, 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 yes. Whoa. Wow. Listen,
Yeah.
whoa. That's dynamite. That's dynamite. That's great. That's great. Wow.
Yeah. What's
No,
between story and no story?
I don't know. Just
Just what
and it
is?
doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's here? What's
You are the space that allows for both.
yeah,
So it's not about
yeah,
getting rid of the story or having a good story or whatever. It's just, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
You're just
Because in that
here.
neutral space, yeah, you're giving freedom to be what's there for everything to be what it is in the space. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a powerful place to come from. You know what I mean? Not to get to, but to come
Yeah.
from that kind of
Yeah.
experience of just being welcoming to what's there, what's present for not just yourself, but everybody else. Wow.
And that's
When
what
I
freedom
was,
really is. Sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 please, please.
It's just like liberation. When we talk about liberation, it's like, yeah, just the freedom to be authentic in the moment, the freedom to just respond
Yeah,
naturally in the moment, right? Just
yeah,
be
yeah,
yourself without some narrative voice that's distorting reality and saying you need to be a certain way, you need to fix yourself, you need to do this, you're not good enough. Or what are they thinking about? Like, no, it's like just gobbledygook now, irrelevant words that are slowing down and
yes,
eventually no longer coming back because they're seen as futile. They're seen as
yeah, yeah.
irrelevant.
And it's like I'm losing this interest in even engaging in the well, especially the stories that disempower. Those kinds of approaches to life that just shuts things down, as opposed to just being present to what's here, and that itself is the opening in which you live. And yeah, 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 yeah. And
That's
it's like you
beautiful.
can't talk, you can't go there and describe it, but it's like even though the mind wants to create these rosy like scenarios, it that even doesn't matter really. It's it's like pristine. The
Yes.
experience of just your presence in life is pristine. It's like I don't know. I like to equate nature with a lot of what I experience, like a crystal lake, a crystal river, a crystal stream. Is completely
Yes.
clear and it's
Yes.
flowing. And
Yeah.
I think there was a Taoist saying that says, I think it's Buddhist or Taoist, drift like clouds, flow like river. You just kind of flow with it, just kind of go with the moment.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
fresh,
find
right? It's
fascinating, Trina?
life-giving.
Newly fresh. Every moment is an
Yeah.
opening for freshness. Yeah, and so I'm even seeing my life in a different perspective, my wife in a different perspective, my children, and like right in this moment,
Yeah.
it's like there's nothing wrong anywhere. It
Yeah.
isn't. There really is nothing wrong. And the oddest thing about this moment with you, I was thinking, what if we get nothing done? What if the time goes by? It's like, oh man, we only got 1 hour. What are we gonna do? And it's like there was no need for the worry. It's like, wow. You just pointed to what's there all the time, which is about as clear as it can get. It's about as clear as it can get, and it's about as direct as you can get it. And there's nothing there. It's just
Just
here. This is it.
ta-da. What is?
Woo! Get misty eyed about you. What a refreshing.
It is. What a relief. Hey.
Yes. Yes, Trina, it really is. And I cannot thank you enough. You've a godsend. I kind of, when I was gonna book the one-on-one, I'm thinking, yes, I will. No, no, no. Yes, I will. No, no, no. Yeah. But there was something about how you are in life when you speak and your videos. I just quickly went and did it anyway. I said, this time I'm going to do it because I picked a couple other people. I was going to go to David Bingham and then Rupert Spira and a couple other, but it was something about your freshness and they have freshness too, but you clicked somehow. I can't explain it, but it was like
Oh,
Trina. That's
thank
so here we
you.
are.
Thank
So I
you.
want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You just opened up so this space and I keep losing my breath. But so if I run into a snag, which I don't think I will, if I do, I'm gonna book another one-on-one so I can just tell you how things have been going.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, of course. And yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to support people with. And yeah, it's a joy and an honor. And I'm just so happy that you
It's an
are
honor
seeing
to
clearly.
thank you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
you kind of.
simple.
I was saying I was at the precipice. I needed somebody to kind of tap my back and push me over. So now that I'm free flying, it's like okay, okay, I can fly.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is woo. I'm still kind of breathless, but so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been wonderful. I can't, you know,
Oh,
I've got so much to just let unfold in my life now, and just be, in other words, not resist it, but just let it just be there, and just go through with it, and just enjoy. Whew.
it becomes a celebration of life, right? You're in the middle of the
Yes.
party, right? The
Oh,
party is
yes.
right here.
Yes. Yes. The party is where you are. This is so good. This is so good. Oh gosh. So awesome. Awesome. So, like I said, I'll still be following you and just listening to, interact because, like I said, when you interact with others, I feel I'm there too. In a sense,
Yeah.
I feel that I'm kind of going through the process again. But since I know that, as they say, the jig is up. In my
Hmm.
case, the jig is
Hmm.
up. Game over.
Yeah.
I know there's probably nuances that I'm still going to be processing when the
Yeah.
thoughts try to. No, what about this? You sure she said three? No, no, no. I just be fine.
Yeah.
Be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You're seeing through this. You're seeing through the kind of illusion, like what's kind of behind it, and it
Yes.
feels good.
Yeah. The mismatch of thinking is what was really blocking me. Thinking that I could think something else that would give me the clue, but that led to more thinking about something that would give me the clue and so now I understand the thinking is what's stopping me from seeing
Exactly.
and being present to what's so.
Yeah.
Well, Trina,
Ah,
I am
well,
glad you've been there for me. Thank you.
you're
And
welcome. You're welcome very much, my
that's
friend.
you. Like I said, I will connect back if I have
Yeah,
snags and just because I'm a social butterfly anyhow. I'm
I
always
see
interacting with
that.
people.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So take good care of you. Blessings to you
Thank
and everything you
you.
do for us. Thank you for being a stand for all of us to see and to understand who we are and just the beauty it is just to be and not to think your way into some
You're
mishmash or
welcome.
whatever.